Hello there. Thank you so much for joining in today. This is Angela Stribling with After Sunday, and you're listening to WDRB Media, the voice of the community. And we're also streaming live from the Social Maximus Network, and you'll also be finding us on YouTube as well. And I am just excited and humbled and blessed to introduce my newest co host and my newest sidekick, Donald S. Lee Jr. Welcome to the studio and welcome to our world. How you doing today?
I am doing fabulous, Angela. Thank you so much for having me on, having me as a part of the team. I am honored. I am humbled. I am elated. I am just ecstatic to be in the number. Let's
Yes.
get this party started.
You
I I know everybody is wondering who is this guy? What is he talking about? We need to know the scoop. We need to do some CIA
yes.
background check on them. Look, let me tell you something. My credit score is pretty decent. I ain't got no warrants out on me. Look, I ain't got no baby mamas chasing after me. So it is all good, Angela. It's all
And
good.
guess
It's all
why?
good.
Because God is in control of that life. And He
He,
knows the plans that He has for all of us. So when my brother Shannon Casino said, hey, we're gonna take this to the next level. I got a guy that he gonna have and he gonna bring it to us. And when he introduced me to you, I said, you know what? I trust you. And I trust him most importantly. So who is Donald S. Lee? We're gonna get you first because we're gonna have some great guests coming down the pike. And I just want to first let the world know who my co-host Donald S. Lee is. Tell us about you.
so I'm excited about the guests to come because even before I even tell the world or introduce myself, we are going to bring some of the top speakers, teachers, trainers, coaches, ministers in the land on this show. You're going to hear them first here. So I'm Donald S. Lee Jr., known as D-Lea, okay?
Okay.
Um, I'm not Rev, I'm not preacher. I'm just D Lee. Look, I carry the title as minister, but I'm just Donald. I'm
Right.
brother Donald, I'm servant Donald, I'm
Right.
husband Donald, I'm you know what Donald on some days, because it is what it is. We all
Yeah.
human,
Yeah.
right?
Look, we all
So
can't be perfect every day.
we
Right.
look, not every day, and we on the last day. Speaking of that, I mean, we done made it almost the first month of the year. You know what I'm
Isn't that
saying?
amazing?
It's
Yeah.
crazy, but so I'm a husband first and foremost. I'm a
Okay.
father. I am a servant.
Yes.
I am a servant and I'm just a human. And I think a lot of times people love to give you titles because they are
Yes.
so quick to say, well, if he's a minister, I just know he's going to come here. But guess what? I got flaws. Uh oh.
All
I'm
day,
a
every
I'm a
day.
flawed man. I'm an imperfect man, but my heart
Yes.
is towards people and towards
Mm-hmm.
God. I am the founder and president of D-Lea Ministries. D-Lea Ministries was birthed out of pain. Oh my God. It was birthed out of promise and it was
Yes.
birthed out of purpose. So we founded the ministry back in 2010, but you know
Okay.
that word called process, Angela?
Oh yes. Oh
you know
yes.
you know you get the idea, you get the calling, you get the voice, but then
Yes.
nobody tells you that you got to go through some stuff. Nobody tells you the prerequisites to get
Talk
to the
about
promise.
it.
So we have been on a journey for
Yes.
probably 12 years with this thing. I'm talking about
Wow.
putting out videos on Facebook, putting out videos on YouTube, putting out videos when I didn't know how to do a video. You catch what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes. Yes.
Before
Yes.
we had all this nice technology. So D-Lea Ministries, we are ministry of hope, we are ministry of power, we are ministry of truth. We are founded on one thing and one thing only,
Uh
and
huh.
that's helping people get to the next level in life,
Yes.
putting them in a better position than they are currently. And a lot of times, Angela, people come to you hurt, they come to you broken, and my motto is if I can't help you, I'm not gonna hurt you. I don't want
Amen.
and let me put this disclaimer out there. I messed up when it comes to dealing with people because I wasn't ready for the
Exactly.
level of maturity. Because
Exactly.
when God gives you the responsibility of people, you need to be ready. And here's the thing:
Yes.
you gotta first deal with self.
You
Uh-oh.
better talk about it.
See, people want to deal with people, but they
But
don't
they
want
don't
to
want to
deal.
deal with themselves. Yes. You
They
better
don't want to
talk
deal with
about
themselves.
it. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I'm a
Yes.
speaker, I'm a
Yes.
coach, I'm a minister, I'm a husband, I'm a father. I wear so many hats. And people are like, man, I'm watching your journey. They see the highlight reels that I
Yes.
post. They see me and the wife in the Bahamas. They see us on the cruises. They see us, flying first class, but they don't see the struggle.
Or the
People,
sacrifice.
or the
Or the
sacrifice.
sacrifice.
People want your glory, but they don't want your story. They don't look. If I told you less than 15 years ago I was facing a judge because I was
Yeah.
bankrupt, you would want
Yeah.
that part. If I told
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
17 years
Yeah.
ago I was
Yeah.
living in a homeless shelter, you would want that
Yes.
part. If I
Yes.
told you I went through divorce and I had child
Yes.
support and I had drama and I had to try to find
Yes.
my way, you wouldn't want that part.
Yeah.
But
You
you
want the
want
glory part.
you want the 5-bedroom house. You want the 2 new cars in the garage. You want the nice suit, but you don't want
Yes.
the struggle.
Struggle.
If I told you they gave me a pink slip on the job and said your services are no longer needed,
Yes.
you don't
Yes.
want that part. But
Yeah.
people want
Yeah.
your glory, but they don't
Yes.
want your story. So you asked me who I was. So when people
Yeah.
say, "Why are you always telling folks your story?" Because I
Yes.
want to help people get free. So you're going to get to know me. We're going to rub
Wiggle.
elbows and we're going to have good time. But I want people to understand
Yes.
something. It's all about freedom here.
It is. Ain't it beautiful to be free? To
It's
just
beautiful.
shear the pain. And I'm going to put this out here. I was fine in December. A week
Mm,
before Christmas, my back. I've had some problems during COVID because I sit in my, day job a lot, and my back has just been chronically. And I'm like, Lord, what is Satan trying to attack me for now? But then the fruits come. And whenever you're going through a situation and circumstance, I recognize that it ain't even about me. It's for whatever's transpiring down the pike. But if I'm a generational curse breaker, if I'm a servant of the king, I'm going to go through some stuff. But guess what? As long as he's in the boat with me, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it because it's for his glory.
it reminds me where, and I don't know the exact scripture, but when the storm came, okay, and
Yes.
the disciples were like, they were panicky. They were like, "Oh my God, oh my God, it's a storm," and Jesus
Hmm.
was sleeping.
Yes.
Let me just talk to somebody that's listening to the show today. You're in a storm and
Yes.
you are panicking. You're trying to figure out how you're gonna pay the credit card bill. You're trying to figure out how to fix the marriage. You're trying to get them knucklehead kids straight. You're trying to figure it all out. And I hear
Yes.
the Holy Spirit. This is a Christian-based show. I hear the Holy Spirit say, take rest. Because on the
Yes.
other side, it's already worked out.
The victory's already
The
won.
victory is already won. But see, the problem is we as believers, we don't exercise that muscle called faith enough. See,
Yeah.
when you got a few dollars in your pocket, it's easy to talk about faith. But when you're down to your last and you're like,
Can
oh
you
my,
trust him?
can you
Can you
trust him?
trust him then?
Can you really
When
trust him?
my pastor says it all the time, when it look real crazy and ain't no way you can think that it's going to ever win, that you're ever going to get out. That's
Mm.
when he's at his best.
That's when he's at, and that's when he wants to get his best out of
Of
us.
you, yes, yes, because everything we go through is a lesson, it's a message in
And
order for us to continue to get to know him deeper and deeper and fall in love with him deeper and deeper because this walk is not for those who ain't ready to go through a storm. This walk isn't for those individuals who don't know my story and look like, how can she still smile every day? Because the joy of the Lord is upon me.
Mhm.
It's bigger than me, greater that's in me than is in the world. So whatever I'm going through, whatever I'm facing, and that's what I want these people who come on our show to understand. Everything we go through is for his glory. Everything that we've been assigned is for whether it's good or bad. I was just telling you about a situation before we actually started. I know what I'm doing there. I know it's an assignment. I know I'm not leaving until he says her job is done. And when I'm done, I'm going to keep moving and he's going to prepare another opportunity for me because when you're an open and willing vessel, he going to use you for his glory no matter who don't like it. And no, sometimes when I don't like it. So I just got to be obedient. And I'm just grateful to have a man of God online with me that's ready to have these conversations because we're going to be talking to individuals who are entrepreneurs and how they actually got to come to the realization because the higher you go, the struggle gets worse, the storm gets harder. So how do you go through those storms and still navigate towards your purpose? So I'm grateful that I have someone who's coming along for the ride with me in order to be able to navigate those conversations, navigate those experiences. And I'm just blessed to meet you officially in order to have our listeners understand, man, it's about to get hot up in here.
So my mentor John Maxwell says something, and he says something in his book "Put Your Dream to the Test," and he asks these 10 questions, right? And one of the
Mm-hmm.
questions he asks is called the cost question. And what I love
Uh-huh.
about After Sunday, here's what I want the listeners to know about After Sunday. This is bigger than a church, okay? This is bigger than
Yes.
just a platform to get likes, to get followers. After
Absolutely.
Sunday is a kingdom vehicle to help people life be transformed, right? So I want to
Yes.
throw that out there. But John Maxwell says something. Are you willing to pay the price? And
Woo.
are you willing to pay the price more than once? See, sometimes when you pay that price, Angela, you got to pay that price more than one time. And people think, well, I done that in that season. I don't have to do that no more. You ever hear people say, I paid my dues? Where in this
Yes.
game called life, sometimes you got to
Yes.
pay your dues over and over and over and over
Yes.
because
Yes.
that's where the fruit in
Yes.
John 15,
Yes.
he says, I want fruit that's going to remain. I don't want fruit that's going to follow Angela for a season. I don't want fruit that's going to
Yes.
follow Donald for 3 months. I want fruit 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Matter of fact, when the good Lord decides to take us home, our grandchildren, our children can say, thank God for vessels like them. They made a
Yes.
decision, and
Yes.
now the true fruit.
Yes.
See, what COVID did, let me touch on this for a second. What COVID did was disrupted some stuff, and people are still saying, I want to go back to normal. The heck with going back to normal.
Normal ain't
We are
ever gonna be normal.
we never going back to normal, and you better accept the disruption in your life if you
Yes.
ever want anything great.
Yes, yes, you got to go through it.
You got
You
to go
got to
through it.
go through it.
You got to go
And
through
and,
it.
and I'm going to share this publicly today because I see we talking. And I made up my mind when I
Mm,
was sitting on a bench in Charlotte, North Carolina, when I was about to lose my whole mind. And I gave it all to God. And I said, Lord, whatever you need me to do to get me out of feeling like this, I promise you, I'm going to share my story with the world. Every time I see somebody, I'm going to let them know how great you are.
mhm,
And he means that. When he knew from my heart, I meant I didn't want my heart to hurt anymore. I
mhm,
didn't want to feel like I wanted to take my life. I wanted to feel like Angela again. And that's when he knew he had one. And I don't care what nobody say. I love God more than I love my life myself. And he needs people like that to stop playing the church and actually truly share the story of the greatness of God because it's he's great. He's great. I could have lost my mind plenty of times, but God. And
Yes.
it ain't a joke. It's not a game. It's a serious situation. This Satan had tried to take my life over and over, but he know I'm just gonna keep giving him the glory because it's him who would save my life. Nothing but the glory of God.
So I have a 5-step formula, and we'll talk about it on another time. But I'll give you the first step of
I
my
want the
formula.
first one.
The first step. The first step is get a hold of yourself. You had to
Yes.
make a decision in Charlotte, North Carolina. I had to make a decision on a September morning in my bed when I woke up, feeling like the world was taking over,
Yes.
to get a hold of myself. And guess what?
Yes.
Once you get a hold of yourself, there's nothing it's going to stop you. And people be like,
Yes.
oh, he didn't change. She didn't change. Yep, because I got a hold of myself. See, once you get a hold of yourself, you don't want to go, you know what it was like to be in that
Yes.
place. So you
Yes.
refuse to go back there. I'm trying to help somebody. Once you get a hold of yourself, you don't ever
Want
allow
to go back.
those things, if it was a relationship, because we're
Yes.
going to have some relationship advice at some point. If it was bad decision making. Come on now. I'm
Yes.
talking, I'm talking to
Yes.
Donald now. If it
Yes.
was if it was just life.
Wrong
You
job.
your job,
Wrong. You know what I mean?
listen,
How to handle your kids.
how
All
to
of that.
listen. Not saying you're exempt from it, but you're going to understand that I'm going to get a hold of myself and I'm not going to put myself in that situation again.
Yes.
Can I
Exactly.
can I be real with you for 2 seconds?
Go ahead. You being real. Bring it
Okay.
on.
I got a beautiful wife upstairs. Beautiful
Yeah.
wife. Now, when I see another beautiful woman outside of my wife, I have to get a hold of myself. Just because she's beautiful, that don't mean she belongs to me. Yeah,
And
see,
that,
people that ain't ready for that. Listen, me and my wife a joke.
right.
She'll see a man on these in these nice gyms we go to, a facility,
Yes.
and he has a six pack, and I ain't blind, and he got all these musculars. Now look, let me tell you something. She ain't blind to that, but she know that's not her man. Did you catch what I'm saying? But
Exactly.
see, we got to be real enough to deal with the issues. And I think what folks
Yes.
are going to get on after Sunday, if they're ready for change, when
Yes.
they come on, they're going
Yes.
to get the real, the raw,
Yes.
and check this out. They're going to get relevant because we all got issues.
Yes, yes. And we all are work in progress, but each time you go through something, that should mature you just a little more to do it differently. Like and speaking of you having a spouse, I don't have a husband yet. And I mean, I'm all on these social platforms, making all these moves, and my inboxes is they're pretty busy. But guess what? I'm waiting on
The
the
right one.
man that God has for me.
Yeah.
If he's doing all these amazing things, just imagine what he gonna bring my husband around. And guess what my husband gonna do? He gonna jump right in line with the kingdom and the movement,
I
and
love
it's gonna still be to glorify him. So guess what? I'm just gonna keep waiting. I told this one guy, he was in my inbox, what is it gonna take to entice you? Divorce papers. You in my inbox and you married. We ain't. I said I'm not going nothing against my God, and I'm not allowing anybody to get me whooped because of my.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. So the minister me about to come out. It says, if you're willing and obedient, you will
Yeah.
eat the good of the land. And you know what? I'm tired of having scraps, Angela. I'm at a
Yes.
place in my life. I like to travel first class. I'm at a place in my life when we go to resorts. I want everything taken care of because I serve a good God. You hear what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because I serve a
Yes.
God that owns it all. The word of God also says the earth is the Lord and the full. So he owns Chase, he owns Wells Fargo, he owns. So
Right.
why should I worry about having nothing less than the best?
That's what I'm saying.
But we got to be
And
willing and obedient to do the
eh,
right things.
and but with that obedience, it allows you to become disciplined as well. You know what I mean? That helps me to stay focused on him. I told this lady today, and sometime even in my first job. It's just naturally, when you just speak that language, you get people who are in crisis. It just naturally, you just want to minister to them. And
Mm-hmm.
I told this lady, I said, don't focus on the problem. You stay focused on the problem solver.
That's
And
good.
she said, you know what? I thank you for that. And
That's
that's
good.
what people need to understand, no matter what it looks like. He got us. If you are of him, if you're one of his children.
That's good. So Angela, real quick, how and I know you've been doing After Sunday for a while, and I'm the new kid on the block, but how do folks get in touch with you?
Well, you can find me on Instagram at Stribling736. You can contact me via phone 412-390-5654. And you can via email angelastribling2@gmail.com. Of course, we're all on Facebook. I'm under author Angela Stribling. And you can hit me on my personal at Facebook too, and it's under Angela Stribling. I have met some amazing people over the time. I started out at Meet the Author, and then Shannon and I transpired it into After Sunday, where I think this is where it's going to just continue to, elevate the whole point of the glory of God. And it's just amazing of the people who I've connected with. And I know you're going to be bringing some strong, quality people that too like to love the Lord, or at least like to get to know Him. So I'm looking forward to that. And because you're a new guest and a new host, how can we get in touch with you? Because some people need to outreach to you now to be able to say, hey, what is this After Sunday you doing now? How can we get involved?
So you can go to my website. That's www.D-Lea-Ministries.com. I'm on all socials. Facebook, D-Lea Ministries is our ministry page. IG, my personal slash ministry is at DLEA Jr. And I'm playing with TikTok a little bit, Angela. So it's at D-Lea Ministries. I'm telling you, and see D-Lea Ministries, once you type it in, it's going to pop up everywhere. We are a ministry of hope. We are a ministry of power, and we are a ministry of truth. So I'm excited for what
I
God is
am.
doing, and I'm excited for After Sunday. I met Shannon many, many years ago, and we're going to get into that, I'm sure, at some point. But Angela, I'm
Yes.
excited about the
Yes.
connection and what
Yes.
God is
Yes.
going to do.
I am so grateful that he just brings quality people in the midst. And of course, when there's two or more gathered, he's already here. Um, and that's all I've met along this journey. So it humbles me to be able to have him bring you in as my new brother and my new co-host. And I'm looking forward to the blessings that we're going to be doing and the blessings that we're going to give back and what people share with us, because it's not about just us giving. It's I get so full and fulfilled by the people that I talk to. So it
I
looks
love it.
like, yeah, it might be time for us to wrap this up. And I'm just looking. This is Donald S. Lee Jr.
D
I'm
Lee, just
Bobby.
look, just D Lee.
He just D. Lee.
They gave me that name on a job years ago, and that's a story and a half for another day. But just call me D Lee or Donald. You don't have to put the S because I don't even like my middle name, but it's just D Lee. I don't even
Well,
like.
we will. Well, After Sunday welcomes you to this platform,
I
and
am
we will
honored,
be we
humbled.
will be here next week and in the future. And you go ahead and say your spiel for me because I got to wrap this up.
No, I'm just honored, humbled, and elated to be here. I'm your boy Donald Lee with D Lee Ministries, again, a ministry of hope, power, and truth.
And you know who I am. This is Angela Stribling, and you know what I say. As always, take care, stay blessed, and remember, pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.
Hey, good people, it's your man Shannon Casino. Thank you for clicking the link and joining us on another episode of After Sunday, brought to you by the Social Maximus Network. Make sure you guys subscribe and click the notification bell. Every week on Thursday night, we'll be bringing you new episodes of After Sunday. We'll have new guests and new topics every week. Make sure you guys tune in.